Nathan, the 2013 Subaru CrossTrek XV is a story of two cars.
It's the best of cars.
And it's the worst of cars. Coming up next on the Fast Lane Car.
It's the best, especially if you like boxer engines. This particular one is extremely fuel efficient. It has strength and it has reliability built right into it, but it's also the worst when you consider that it only has 148 horsepower and 145 pound-feet of torque, and that's not enough.
You know, Nathan, that's great saying it, but how do we show that?
Let's do a 0 to 60 at high altitude.
Nathan, would it be fair to say that the Impreza is one of the slowest cars we've tested up here at 1 mile above sea level?
Yeah, that Subaru CVT is really slow.
Now we have the CrossTrek, which basically has the same 148 horsepower engine and a 5-speed. So in the GT Elantra, you went 12.78. Can you go faster than that?
Let's find out right now.
Go for it.
All-wheel
drive though. Oh, you are working it.
Go faster.
You are working it. Come on. Oh, we're coming up on 10 seconds. Oh, and third gear. Here it comes. Oh, you did it. Congratulations.
I think it can go faster. I bogged the start.
12. So a half a second faster than the Elantra GT.
And you know what? This thing feels a lot friskier than the regular CVT that they have.
That's because you can shift it.
Yes, thank God.
Yeah, the best of cars and the worst of cars. If you've been watching our videos, you know that the CrossTrek is based on the Impreza, and it's the best of Impreza. I mean, it's rugged, it's tough, it's burly, it's what you'd want in a modern off-road vehicle. But the Impreza, style-wise, one word: overwrought.
Sorry guys. This car is really, really bland. It's one of the worst interiors Subaru's ever made as far as I'm concerned. But if your grandma's driving the car and you don't want her to get confused with all these buttons, well, frankly, there aren't that many to push. And, well, if you listen to the stereo, I wouldn't recommend it. That's not so great either.
Now, you may be wondering, how many cubic feet will the CrossTrek hold? Well, we have a very scientific way of measuring that. Nathan, do you fit?
Yeah, I mean, there's some pretty good room, but keep in mind, the roof is kind of low, and because this is lifted, it's a little high for liftover.
If you want a lot of room, you want to go for the Forester, because this is
smaller. This is my favorite handling Impreza. It has good body control when you're on a regular road, and then off-road, I mean, it's nearly 9 inches high, and the clearance is excellent. I'm impressed.
You know, Nathan, I've driven a lot of cars that have 8 speeds. How many does this have?
Just 5. It's a manual.
And how does it feel?
It feels a little rubbery, kind of like there's a bunch of bungee cords holding it, so you're like, ah, it's got to go somewhere. But you know what? I'll still take this well over the CVT.
All right, Nathan, this is where I'm going to disagree with you. I've actually take the CVT because I really don't like that transmission.
Yeah, you know what? You can get used to this. It's long throws. It takes a while. It feels like a small truck, but in the end, I say you get more power out of this.
You know, Nathan, it is a comfortable car. I mean, it doesn't have massaging seats like some of the Mercedes we've driven recently, and it certainly won't kick your ass like a 20-year-old pickup might.
Yeah, true. And I mean, these are really basic seats. They're very simple, they're spongy, and they don't even have lumbar support. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I can believe it. There's nothing back there.
But they're big enough to hold my big ass, so I like it.
And I suspect if it's so good off-road, it's going to be as good in the snow.
That's why we take these things off-road, folks, because we know if it's good off-road, it's going to be damn good in the snow.
Don't lean on it too much, for God's sakes.
Gravity shall hold her up.
All right, Nathan, on the TFL scale of buy it, lease it, rent it, or forget it, what do you give it?
If there was a place between buy it and lease it, that's where I would be. I like this car. It's just missing a little bit of power, so I'm going to give it a lease it.
You know what? I'm going to give it a lease to buy. Ha-ha! And don't forget to visit tflcar.com for all sorts of car reviews. And what do we do every day?
Every day we post a new video.
So subscribe, please. As always, this is Roman.
And Nathan.
See you next time on the Fast Lane Car.
Folks, the engine's on, but you can still probably hear this. Ready? This is the armrest. Wait. That's
like
the
drum.
metal. Yeah, it's reverberating.
That's all car back. All right, everybody stick to car reviews, Nathan.
Yeah.